All right, welcome to Foreign and Domestic. How's everyone doing out there? Hope you guys are doing well. Good to see everyone so far jumping in the side chat. We got some good guests with us tonight. But before we get there, let's go over to Grizzly Adams to get us started off right.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Thank you all for coming. It's been a terrible couple of weeks without the show. I'll tell you that much. You can see I'm a little worse for wear. But before we get into all of that, we'll do this as we normally
pledge
do.
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. It's good to see so many already out in the side chat just hopping. Side chat's already hopping. According to the YouTube viewer list, the participants, there's the YouTube auditor. Welcome. AR Gun 1776. Barnaby out there, Broke Loader, Edward Petty, Fireside Coffee, G23, Garage Guy 879, Ghost Tactical, Gizzard Gary, Gorillas and Guns, Gunpowder Beauty. Oh man, the list is going and going. Joshua out there, good to see Josh out there. Kingpin, New York Outcast, Pistol Pete, Rich White, Squatch Reloading jumping in. Yeah, it's already hopping out there. Thor's Axe coming in as well. Yep, it's a going. It's a going. Good to see everybody tonight.
Awesome, good deal. Let's start with the Battle Bean. What's going on, buddy?
Hi, what's going on, everybody? I'm doing well, man. Just hanging out and just hanging out with my peoples. Appreciate all the side chat tuning in every Sunday. Doing well. Just hoping for another continuous good vibes for Tuesday. So that's all I got.
Awesome, good to see you, man. Jamie.
Welcome. Thank you for having me. Thanks for the link. Thanks for putting up with me, you guys in the panel. I'll thank you in advance for putting up with me. But I got news, guys. Guess who is coming to my town tonight? Little old Rome, Georgia. Take a guess.
Is his name Donald?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Apparently, Air Force One is going to do a touch and go at Russell Field Regional Airport in Floyd County, Georgia. Hey, Andy. I really liked your costume last night.
No, it wasn't. I didn't like it.
You didn't like it? And I'm shocked at the beard above me is just
blowing up.
Yeah.
And we got Bald and Curious. What's going on, brother?
Same old. Tired of the rain. We had good day yesterday. I managed to get my yard cleaned up. Other than that, it rained Wednesday, Thursday, snow on Friday, rain all day today. Hopefully next week is going to be nice. I can get some work done.
Yeah, we're supposed to get snow tonight. Not looking forward to that.
Yeah, we only got a little bit. It was gone by the end of the day, but it was just annoying.
Yeah. And we got Chuck, Alaskan Ballistics. It's been a while since we've had him on. Good to have him. How you doing, buddy?
Good. How you doing, man?
I'm good.
Yeah, we have less snow than you're going to get. So if it makes you feel any better, I'm just helping you comfort there. So
how's the baby doing?
Doing good. He's doing good. He's finally starting to sleep a little better, knock on wood, and he's doing good. Poor thing looks like me. Somehow he's cute, though.
Yeah. Somehow they find a way, right?
Yeah, he very, very much looks like you. There is such a, you can't tell a difference. It's like
Hey,
time.
you want me to go get him real quick?
Yeah,
He's
go
ready.
for it.
Sure. Heck yeah.
Hey, buddy. You want to say hi to everyone?
See, that's the only part of politics I would like would be playing with the babies.
Oh, look at it. Oh, hi, the babies.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, he's much cuter than you.
Oh, yeah.
Not only that, but he's got a better hairline.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I'm already jealous of his hair.
Hey,
Hi, the babies. Hi.
what's your name, buddy?
So his name, we're not allowed to show guns on YouTube, but I can show my Barrett. This is my Barrett. Middle name is
Oh, there you go.
Barrett Wesson Boss. Now, some of you come up with a better 2A name for your children. Barrett Wesson Boss.
There ain't one. That's nice.
That's a
So-
good baby.
So, Barrett, how old are you?
You say 4 months?
Oh, wow. I guess you're not married yet then, huh?
He's not, no.
See,
He's
that's
going to be pulling the
when
ladies,
man
though.
says a baby's age, he still goes by months. When women do it, it's like, oh, there's 472 weeks old. Why?
Or worse, your baby's 2 years old. Oh, well, he's 24 months. Your baby's 2.
Yeah. And you need to be careful about giving out all three names. Typically, that only happens to people if they've been convicted of murder or appointed to the Supreme Court. Hopefully, the latter in his case.
We
But
got
did
high
y'all-
hopes for him.
Yeah, did y'all notice how he grinned when I said, "So you're not married yet, huh?" So there's my buddy Willie Bullet Man out there, Squatch, Lakeview.
And they grow really quick, man. Take a lot of pictures and videos, man, because they grow so damn quick.
Yes, they
I'm
do.
in college now, man. I can tell you. So it goes really quick, man.
Yeah,
Enjoy
my turned 20 last week.
Yeah.
Makes me feel
Yeah, by the time the end of November, my goal is to look homeless.
I
You're
think
well
you're
on
right
your way.
there.
Yeah, you're already there, buddy.
Yeah, that's some thick stuff too, right there, boy. You're gonna have trouble.
Man.
You're going to need a lawnmower for that.
You remember the movie Teen Wolf? Remember when his dad converts? That's how Alan looks like.
Yep.
That's a fact, gunpowder
Oh,
beauty. See, I'm junior, so I get all four of them when I'm in trouble.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah, man. They're so cute, man. They grow so quick, though. You can tell he's gonna be tall. He's gonna be a tall little baby.
Yeah, he didn't get that from Daddy. He must have got that from Mama.
Mm-hmm. At the babies.
At least he looks like me, because if he was tall and didn't look like
Yeah, that is true, man. At least you don't gotta take him to Maury, bro. You get to go.
Yeah.
Oh man, but that's cool, man. I appreciate you introducing us your son. Is awesome.
All right.
Yeah, my older one was the same way. I called him Mini-Me.
Hey Barrett, what's up, little buddy?
Say bye, Barrett. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
My Barrett.
Bye, Barrett.
Bye.
All right. I'll be right back.
I don't know if you can grow a beard, Daniel.
Oh, Daniel's on you hard, Mario.
No shave November for Mario.
Nah, man, I don't want to look Iraqi, bro. I'm good. Yeah,
Could be worse. You could look like Alan. So
that is true. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm only a couple of hairs away from looking like Santa Claus.
I'm telling you, man, you gonna make bank when you get older, bro. I'm telling you, be that mall Santa, man. You make bank.
I will make all kinds of money for the Salvation Army ringing the bell.
Bing, 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 bing. And you got to get the cadence down too, bro. Come on, it has to be legit.
No, he's gonna be modern Santa. He'll get a couple of queens.
got to be careful though. We know how it is. The bandstand on the Cut Street corner. So got to be looking out.
Yeah.
Val, you had some excellent training. It looked like.
Oh, those 2 days, I absolutely had no issues shooting in the rain. That guy is awesome. And it was only 10 of us one day, 8 of us the second day. It was really good. It was hands-on. I mean, by 3:30 the second day we were freezing, so we wrapped it up a little bit earlier. But we were shooting till almost 6 o'clock till dark on the first day. So that
So
made
for
up.
those that haven't watched it yet, who were you training with, and where were you at?
Oh, we trained with JJ Rakaza. This was done on the private range. If you're a drinking man, check out the Conic Distillery, #1 bourbon in New York. And the owner's a big Trump supporter, big Second Amendment guy. And he offered his private range for this event, so that didn't cost us anything. So we basically just paid for a training fee, which wasn't that bad. For 2 days, it came up to $700 a piece.
You mean they actually legalized something in New York? It's legal to drink in New York?
Oh yeah, that's about the only thing. They actually pushing to legalize the marijuana too. So soon you're gonna have a bunch of people that can't load more than 10 rounds, but they can get stoned. That makes a lot of sense.
That's
Get
about
stoned
right
and
in
not-
New York.
Not care to load rounds.
Yeah, so long story short, today in the morning it wasn't raining, so I went up to my range for like an hour or two. I did a couple of drills. We did with JJ, just trying to build up on it. Unfortunately, season's over for me. So I might get one more match next week, and that's about it. So just a dry fire.
Oh man. Well, brother, it is what it is. But anyways, guys, I wanted to talk a little bit about another great Scotsman that we lost a couple of days ago. That is Sean Connery. So I let you talk about that one, Scotsman.
Yeah, man, he passed away in his sleep. From everything I was reading, it was peaceful. Didn't suffer. He was 90 years old though. He was up there.
Good, man.
He was up there.
Yeah, he was up there.
But one heck of an actor. I'm sure you all got your favorite movies of him. I think he did an excellent job in Highlander, all the Bond movies. Red October. Just a phenomenal actor. So what was one of your favorite movies, Mean?
Well, to me, it has to be Indiana Jones and also Red October. It's I think those were two of my favorite roles that he ever played. It just I don't know. It just knew how to fit in the part, just to give the audience what they're looking for. So definitely those are two that are really some of my favorites.
Yeah,
Awesome.
A.R. Guns mentioned Untouchables. That was a good flick.
Yes, that was a great flick. Yep.
What about you, Jamie?
I was going to say Sons of Perdition with Tom Hanks because I'm a gangster movie kind of guy,
Yep.
But Red October and that other one that was just mentioned, both of those, I like both of those. And of course, the Indiana Jones movies wouldn't have been the same with that.
What about you, Chuck?
Well, he actually has my favorite line in all of movies, like ever. And you'll know the movie as soon as I say it, but it's "Your best. Losers always whine about the best. Winners go home and prom queen." So,
The Rock.
The Rock. It's the
The Rock.
best Sean Connery movie ever.
Yeah. Him and Nicolas Cage. Yeah, I was just about to say that. That's probably my favorite movie.
That's the movie that changed action movies to me. You know, Die Hard was good, but that movie like changed action movies. The Rock was the way to go. Yeah, he was the second best Bond. Roger Moore was a better Bond, but
Die Hard wasn't an action movie, though. That was a Christmas movie.
Exactly. It's the best Christmas movie ever.
true.
All right, I got a question, and I'm not being mean, or well, yeah, kind of I am being mean. Do y'all really seriously think that Nicolas Cage is a good actor?
No.
No.
He used to be.
When he made that stupid movie called Firebird, what the hell was he only thinking of that fucking movie?
He's the same in everything. He had a couple of good movies, and then he pretty much just plays the same across the board.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't have a problem with that. That's pretty much what John Wayne did. I mean, he played the same character in different scenarios in every movie, but he did
but
it
John
very
Wayne
well.
actually captured you.
But see, the thing
not
about
really.
it is that John Wayne had charisma.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's something you just can't buy that stuff, you know? You gotta have it or you don't.
Yeah, you can't even fake it. You can't even act that. And that's why they cast him in the roles that they did, was because that's what needed to happen there. And
He probably shined.
Cage, but
He probably shined the best with Travolta in the
There
face.
you go.
He probably shined the best because that's like his best place when he plays like a crazy person.
Come on, man. Encino Man is American classic, man. Come on.
Yeah. I have to say this: Hayden Christensen played Darth Vader better than Nicolas Cage can act.
Yeah. Yeah, man. It's good stuff.
although John Wayne was the first one to tell you that he didn't know how to act.
Right.
All he did was read his lines. He didn't know how to act.
He was a great character, man.
He was definitely one.
I'm just wondering how Nicolas Cage got to be so famous and rich. Because
I think it's just he was at the right place at the right time, man. That's all that was.
I'd say he slapped his way to the top, but
Yeah.
about that.
no, he's got a famous uncle, Red October. Who is his uncle? I think it's one of the guys that did some gangster movies.
Well, Arnold can act for shit, and he's famous and rich.
Yeah, but I think one thing I think people were intrigued. This guy was a freaking Mr. Olympia, man, Mr. World, whatever the hell it was. I mean, you gotta give it up. You don't have to be that great if you just like all buffed up. But I also will say that Luke Ferrigno is a shitty actor, and he was a great bodybuilder. But
Yeah,
There you go.
Arnold got in with the Terminator.
But was there anybody else that could have played the Hulk better?
yeah, I'm sure there would have been. I mean, to be honest with you, it doesn't take much to go, beat on green and shit. I mean, seriously. I mean, there's
That was all
nothing.
computer generated anyway.
So
Well, you gotta hand it to Arnold because his career started with the Terminator. I'll be back.
That's where it really took off. But he was in some things before that. There was one spaghetti western that I seen him in. I can't remember the name of
Yeah,
it.
there was a stupid ass movie called Hercules in New York. It was the most stupidest B movie ever. But I remember that.
That was like a D movie, not B movie.
Yeah, well, whatever. It was the stupidest movie I've ever seen, but it got him notoriety. and that's how he was able to get what he got. So
Yeah.
you got to give it up to
That
him.
was a good movie right there. Mark's out there. Good to see you, Mark. Yeah, that was a good movie, Twins.
Yeah,
Kindergarten
the movie I love with the Arnold, I grew up on that shit, was when he played Conan. The first one, when he actually won his 7th title as Mr. Olympia, and he was already like 36 years old. Although it's got movies kind of weird and whatnot, but it's got that barbarian shit going on, and he fit right in.
Well, I mean, for
Red,
Conan,
Red October says Arnold slept with a rich old lady. Arnold slept with anything that would let him sleep with it.
hell yeah, I
I
would
mean,
too.
do you remember what his?
You know, it wasn't any surprise when we found out that he got his housekeeper pregnant. So I was like,
Yeah,
well,
yeah. And do you remember what that chick looked like? Good
Yeah.
God. Even my dog wouldn't be attracted to that. But Arnold was all up in it. I don't know.
Hey, Big Al. So basically, Francis Ford Coppola made people an offer they couldn't refuse in order to get his nephew, Nicolas Cage, acting parts.
Yep.
Well, he did
Conan-
have a few good movies. You can't
First Arnold
give him that.
Schwarzenegger movie I remember. That's the very first Arnold Schwarzenegger movie I remember. And that was like what got me to start looking for Arnold movies was Conan.
That was a good movie.
but yeah, he played it very well, you know, and it just fit his character, you know. But like the one I think every veteran makes fun of every chance they get is Commando. It's so
Come on,
fucking
Commando.
Hollywood.
Commando's awesome
It's
movie.
Hollywood.
Come on, that-
Like we would get this is everybody in the barracks, right? We would all get shit faced and watch Commando and laugh our asses off and shit. He's like, do, and all these motherfuckers fall like, dude, not one fucking bullet hit this motherfucker. Come on, man.
Wait.
Have you ever tried to count the amount of people shot in that movie?
No.
There's actually-
hell no.
There's
You should.
actually it's on the YouTube. There's a counter on that shit. How many rounds he fired and how many people he killed.
Oh, yeah?
But come on, the scene when the black chick stands up in a convertible and fires the fucking thing backwards, then she flips it over, and
Yeah.
it's like you can't make that shit up.
I'm in shock, y'all. Help me out. I'm with Anna Lee Brown right here. Nicolas Cage won an Oscar?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think he won it. I think they just handed it to him.
Dude, nobody watches the Oscars. I mean, seriously, that's like preppy show.
No, man. The Oscars are a big deal. I mean, yeah, really. I mean, John Wayne only won one, and Nicolas Cage won an Oscar?
Yeah, but I mean, let's stop and think about it. John Wayne did westerns most of his freaking career. I mean, like, how many people are going to get into that? Not very few. I mean, there's a lot, but there's not that many that are going to be like, oh my God, he's a great actor. Oh my God, he was just awesome. No.
Rich
I'm
Wright
gonna
says
kill you,
that it was
Pilgrim.
for-
You know?
Rich Wright says that it was for leaving Las Vegas. And that wasn't very good. I don't see why that would be. Yeah, the Oscars were a big deal. They've gotten so.
Yeah, I don't watch award shows because now you got these privileged morons that want to get in there and start talking their mess. And it's not about the show, about the awards or what they've accomplished as actors or actresses. It's about let me make a political statement. And that's the reason why so many people would rather watch something else or not watch it at all. And it's gotten to the point that nobody wants to watch any award shows now, period. I don't even want to me, the only one that I used to love really watching was the Grammys because I love all the live music. But now that it's gotten to the point where it's just so freaking political, I don't even want to watch it.
I honestly can say I never watch any of those things. When I go to movies, I want to watch a freaking typical movie when one guy shoots all the fucking guys at the end. He's the only one standing, and I know the movie's over. None of those fucking chick flicks and bullshit that you watch the entire movie, then you spend 2 days thinking, what the fuck was this movie about?
Oh, Idaho, I've never been able to sit through that.
Con Air, another Nicolas Cage classic. One that I literally walked out of the movie theater of.
Let me guess, 8mm.
It's terrible. It's terrible. Lots of people loved it. I thought it was so lame. I walked out of the theater.
Okay, what was it?
Con Air.
No,
Yeah, I think 8mm.
Con Air wasn't that bad. Con Air was like a typical movie of the era.
I just couldn't do it.
They
I
tried
just
to make
couldn't
him
do
an Army Ranger. I'm like, yo, man, come on, dog. Like, why you getting my peoples involved in this shit, man?
You know,
He's
I
in the
will-
lead in some shit.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go back and try to watch Quiet Man through again. But I was young when I tried to watch that, and we got Idaho Rogers and somebody else both said that was one of their favorite movies. So I got some time off coming up for the holidays, so I'm sure I'll be checking that out.
Rich Wright once jumped out of a moving car to avoid hearing Ice Ice Baby.
Oh man, come on, man. You know Vanilla Rice. Word to your mother. Come on, man. Those words don't resonate. Just saying, bro.
Yeah, Vanilla
laughing.
Ice. Vanilla Ice ends up becoming a general contractor
I know, like
after
now-
having such an illustrious music career.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right, bro. I did watch some of his shows, but you know, technically he's got a bunch of Mexicans doing all his work, man. So I don't think he's a legit contractor. I'm like, fuck that. Oh man, yeah, it's funny though, man. It's cool. I mean, it is what it is. But yeah, that guy just messed up a good song too. That was a big song.
So does that mean when I spend a bigger portion of my life being a general contractor, I can become a rap star now or something?
I hope not.
I go all the way around?
No, that's not you, bro. Just saying.
Yeah, there you go. Red October, Ninja Turtles.
Hey,
If
I'm
you're going to
pretty
try
sure
it, you got to
that's
shave some lines in your eyebrows to begin with. You got to shave lines in your eyebrows. So if you want to go ahead and do that now, we'll watch.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Go
I
Ninja.
believe
Go.
you all.
Okay. All right. Redbird asked, does anyone remember Broken Arrow with John Travolta and Christian Slater? No, but I remember, is that a remake of the older Western with what was his name? Oh, God.
No, that Broken Arrow is not a Western. It's about a nuclear weapon.
This, okay. Okay.
I like the remake of Magnificent Seven. I remember growing up on the original one, and I love the way they remade it. It was a good movie. What's his name? The Denzel Washington. He's a good actor.
Denzel Washington is a good actor. My favorite movie
He's
of
good.
all.
Yeah, he's good. He's good in pretty much all movies. Doesn't matter what he plays.
Yeah, Man on Fire. Man on Fire is my favorite movie of all time.
Yeah, it was a good movie.
Yeah, it's funny how people don't know how good he speaks Spanish. He definitely shows it in that one.
What is the Denzel Washington Book of Eli?
Book of Eli.
Yeah.
Yeah, Book of Eli.
That's a good flick.
That's a great movie.
He's been
Yeah,
in
that's
so
the
many.
one. Lever Guns 50. That's the one I was talking about. Jimmy Stewart. He was really good in that movie.
All right, so are we gonna talk about the elephant in the room?
Hey,
The
man,
election.
Elephant in the room, yeah, that happens in 2 days.
I'm
Oh.
trying to lose weight, Bald.
Oh, when there's going to be riots because Trump's going to get elected again?
Well,
Yeah.
that's inevitable. I believe that is going to happen. But I think they're going to be stalling this shit for a week unless there's going to be landslide from the day one. So mail-in ballots won't even matter
Yeah.
because Dems are crying already.
I feel like the Second Amendment loses either way. Like it loses big with Biden, or it loses incrementally with Trump. If he won't control his ATF, then he won't. He'll go around the Constitution to ban things. Like like I'm sorry, but I can't vote for Trump to chump. I'm going third party, or I'm writing in Alan Depro. You guys get that here.
You're gonna vote for Jan is gay, really? Damn.
I'm gonna put on the form.
Oh, yeah.
Jan is gay. The real Alan D. Pro legend. on the voting form.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, you got options. You got options. I got this voicemail the other day. Listen.
Hi, this is Brock Pierce. I've lived in New York for years. I've had a New York number for nearly 20, and I'm running for president of the United States of America as an independent candidate. I've been endorsed by the Independence Party of New York. This country is divided right now, divided politically, divided economically, divided racially. We have to solve these problems. We have to find our way back to unity. You can learn more at www.brock.vote. Remember.
Yeah, so we got another joker.
Yo, man.
My opinion right now, the difference between the two is like, at least for Second Amendment issues. Now, like, don't get me wrong, Trump's better on like abortion and other things, but like, at least for Second Amendment issues, it's like the difference between eating a turd and eating diarrhea. You're eating shit either way. So
yeah, but you have to understand one thing, that people need to be fed before they're going to be thinking about Second Amendment and everything else. So unless the economy improves, economy's in the fucking in the toilet after this COVID bullshit. So somebody needs to get away with this shit. Say enough's enough. Let everybody get fucking sick and let God sort it out, and open up the economy. Let's go back to the way the things were, because this shit's trickling all over the world. They're locking down the goddamn Austria. They're locking down Slovakia. They're locking down Czech Republic. And when I say locking down, you can't leave the house from 10 p.m. till 6 a.m. or shit like that unless you're going to work.
They're doing the same thing back home.
They won't let you go back to work unless you've been tested. You have to hand them a paper that you've been tested before they let you go back to work. And same shit start happening here now. My buddy works for a Quick Check, and they just called him, said you either bring the test that you got tested and you're negative, or return the keys and the company van. So,
damn, that's
we know Biden will do that. So we know Biden will do that. The lockdown all over again. So I just
we need to get out of this shit and start producing, and we gotta cut the government down and everything else, because right now nobody wants to work. Nobody wants to be a carpenter. Nobody wants to be a plumber. Nobody wants to be an electrician. Everybody wants to be a fucking YouTube blogger. Politicians work in the politics, go to school, fucking gender studies and all this bullshit. So at the end of the day, you still need somebody to build your house. You need somebody to fix your goddamn toilet, and we simply don't have people. And more in these trades, you see Hispanics people, because white people just don't want to fucking do it.
That's right. Tell him, man. Tell him.
Yeah.
You gonna book some for the brownies, bro? I gotcha. No, but I mean, all the shit that you're saying is true, man. And to be honest with you, for as much passion as you say it, I mean, to be honest with you, I think a lot of us feel the same way. A lot of us are just fed up with this crap. I mean, to be honest with you, it's gotten so bad in my communist ass country or state that the governor is trying to tell people how the fuck they should congregate for fucking Thanksgiving. Oh, you should only have 10 fucking people at a 2-hour timeline. Like, fuck you, man. If people want to come, think about it. There's only 2 times in the year where you most of the time see your family. It's Thanksgiving and Christmas. and you're gonna start telling people that they can't come see their families or they can't socialize when they've been stuck in their house all year. Yeah, come on, man. It's getting to a point that is getting tyrannical, and it's
been tyrannical from the beginning.
Yeah, it's just getting to the point where people are not willing to accept it anymore. That's what I'm saying.
The minute they turned around and said, "Hey, we're locking down everything. This business is closed. This business is closed." That's tyrannical right there.
Yep. And I've been thinking about a video of
wear a mask. That's tyrannical.
I've been thinking about doing a video about we need a 28th Amendment, and I would call it the COVID Amendment, and it'd be what the government can do in a pandemic and what the government cannot do in a pandemic. And could not violate any of the first 10 amendments to the Constitution. Like, I've been sitting down and thinking about this, and I just haven't done it. And it could make recommendations that you wear a mask. It could make recommendations that you cut hours. It could make recommendations that you don't go, but it can't actually do that. Now, it could give you tax breaks if you're Walmart and you can get local government tax breaks or whatever like that for being clean and having hand sanitizer out or something like that. But there should definitely be like a list of what the government can and cannot do.
Well, even the CDC put out more information of how many positive COVID tests that they were saying, but the hospitals were like, yeah, they were actually heart attacks and this and that. Okay. So, I mean, the numbers of everything doesn't really matter, but what is accepted in this generation will be embraced by the next. And so whatever rights we're just acceptingly giving to the government and, letting them take our free will is beyond me. Why, when God gave us free will, are we just handing it over to the government?
That's for sure. Ridiculous. I mean, like I said earlier, like Val was saying, back home they're starting to lock everything down again. There's curfews and all the rest of it. It's absolute bullshit.
Yeah. Hey, whoever it was, that Bradley Tannehill made 9mm $12 again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was expensive in January for us. We could find it for $9, but even in Alaska. But if Trump would just release half the military ammo to the civilian market, he could flood the market, bring the price down, and buy my vote back. That's 3 things he could do good.
Yeah.
Or it could just be a reload or not.
Actually, I started reloading. I got 2,000 small pistol primers down in the basement right now. So
yeah. Lake City is never gonna release anything to the public. Good luck.
Val, you got a question?
Oh, well, I'm finding my primers right here.
He bought a whole bunch a while back.
Yeah, right here. There's one box right here, and there's a few more. So, yeah, no primers out in the wild.
When people would come into Cabela's and ask, which I'm not working there anymore, they would ask, "Where are the primers? Where's all your ammo?" I go, "Where have you been? You didn't stock up a box or two every paycheck for the last 2 years since the last ammo crisis? No, it's your fault then." I
was in Walmart today getting tires, and there was a guy asking at the counter, "Hey, do you guys have any 9mm or 22?" And I started busting out laughing, just hysterically. And the guy just looks over at me like I'm some kind of special idiot. I'm like, yeah, good luck. Not only are you in the wrong store, but there ain't no 9mm to be had anywhere, buddy.
Yeah. No, it's funny. I scored some 30-30 last weekend. I think it was last week. I got off work and went in the Wally World, and I had to stand there for a good 15 minutes waiting for someone to freaking come help me. And right when she come up to help me, someone else come up and was looking at the 30-32. I'm like, I'm taking all of it. Sorry, bud. So you can have the Winchester. I don't want that crap. I'm taking all the other stuff.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
reasonable price. Still, it was still reasonable. And that was before we pulled all the ammo, obviously, but it was still
Yeah,
reasonable.
I went to Best Pro Shop the other day, brought my wife and daughter, because the houses I'm building, I keep using the Cabela's credit card. So I'm paying for all the materials, so I keep racking up the points. So I was like up to like 850 points, $850 worth of points. So I walked through the store. There was nothing that I wanted. So I told my wife, just go to town. So we go check out, and I'm like, is this Best Pro Shop or TJ Maxx? Because my wife bought fucking $900 worth of fucking clothes. Good thing it only cost $100, so I didn't feel bad. She was happy. You know, good thing all the way around.
We were out of 30-06 and 270 and 300 Win Mag. Like, aside from the normal going and buying it for hunting season here, people were buying an extra 2 or 3 boxes of what they had because they weren't sure they were going to get it next year. So the only hunting caliber we have left on most shelves is 6.5 Creedmoor, and that's considered the 6.5 Needmore up here in Alaska. And which not to make fun of the caliber, I have to. I love it, but it's not your primary. It shouldn't be your primary moose go getter, you know. And it's pretty cool. But I'll tell you what, even 6.5 by 284 Norma was easier to find than 9mm. I only had to go to 3 stores for this. Am I allowed to show a box like that on YouTube anymore?
Yeah, you can show them. I don't care. You can show guns on here. I don't care.
No, you're not supposed to show guns either. You're not.
You're on a freedom chat, man. I don't care.
You can't. You're not supposed to do anything like this on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, as long as I'm not showing you the individual rounds, you know, we're good, right?
Can I show this? This is the New York legal AR-15.
There you go.
That shit is deadly, bro. Fuck.
That shit is deadly. It'll light your barbecue.
Need a better flash hider on that.
Yep. Anytime I can pick them up, if we got them, I'm picking them up.
Yeah, right now I'm having kind of a harder time finding projectiles, but I'm just now getting into reloading. I got plenty of projectiles to getting back into reloading. I reloaded a bunch before I got divorced and moved from Mississippi and Georgia up here, but
that's a hell of a fucking change.
Yeah, best decision I ever made.
Wow.
What's that? Get back into reloading? Yeah, that's not a bad decision.
Well, I was talking about moving to Alaska, but whatever. That too. That's right up there.
What part of Georgia were you from, man?
Jonesboro originally. It's where I was born and raised.
Careful what you show, fellas. You got to find.
So you know where I live up in Rome.
Yeah, my parents live there now.
Wow, man.
Never mind moving to Alaska, but getting married the second time. If I get divorced, I'm going gay.
Hey, we'll see you at the Blue Oyster. That's a funny thing there.
Well, to say the truth though, my new wife is light years, mega parsecs ahead of my old one. It's not even funny.
Is she from Alaska?
Yeah, she's from Alaska, born and raised.
Oh, I see. Well, that's the reason why.
Yeah, he outdid himself, man. He outdid himself with that one. That's for sure.
I definitely outpunted my coverage.
Mm-hmm.
That's when you get a good run back, buddy.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, I got a friend who's retired now, but what hurts my feelings is he's younger than me. And he married a lady from Alaska, and she moved down here, and she still lives here. I think she retired last school year. and he retired the year before that. But she's a beautiful lady and sweet girl.
I think New York half-ass prep is picking on Joey. He's not here to defend himself.
I know, ain't that wrong?
Wow.
You will spin me round, round, me round, round. Come on, man. You know that song.
Listen, just because you know it doesn't mean you should sing it.
Just saying. I'm just helping you out, homie. It's all good.
You're right, Daniel. They're living up to it right now, but
You don't want there. Is he gonna be like Big Gay Al in fucking South Park? Because that would be kind of cool. He said Ball will be a cuddly bear. Oh, yeah, well, I guess.
Hey, ask Colaboy 32. He shared the room with me. He'll tell you.
He said okay.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Oh God.
Well, that gave me an image I really didn't need. Thanks, Mel.
where did we go so wrong?
So we're almost halfway through. You want to run through the side chat? We have a bunch of people jumping in.
I know. Even Night Strike, believe it or not, Night Strike is
Night Strike.
And good gracious, why the heck? Okay, well, Joan, Rich White, Big Al, Insight Freedom, Idaho Rogers, Kingpin, Daniel, God is my judge, Thor's Axe, got the Conservative Sniper, Red October, New York Half-Ass Prepper. Let's see. I'm having to literally scroll through because YouTube sucks. G23, Fireside Coffee, Ozzy Osbourne, Garage Guy 879. Yeah, Rich Ulrich, Stan out there, Idaho Roger USMC, Josh Benware. Yeah, he can be here or not. I don't care. Bradley, Tannerhill, Redbird 491, Willie Bulletman was out there, Bearded CB82. I think I said Big Al, but Big Al deserves saying twice. Yeah, just, I mean, lots and lots of Gunpowder Beauty. Yeah, lots and lots of good people out there.
Yep.
I have no idea why the YouTube participations list decided to take a crap.
Yes, no SHOT Show this year. It fucking sucks.
Yeah, I'm glad. I'm happy because that means there's not going to be a million posts about SHOT Show. There's not going to be a million videos about SHOT Show. So I'm okay with it.
I'm kind of on that same exact page. I'm on that same page, man, because the amount of videos that come out of there, okay, I understand it, but there is just so much that there's no way I'm going to be able to keep up with any of that.
No, it's ridiculous. It's always ridiculous.
It's so much stuff that it's like, okay, well, if you're going to go cover something that's just being released at SHOT Show. Something that's brand new or that you've never seen before, maybe. But the amount of stuff that's just like, hi, I'm here at SHOT Show and we're looking at this thing that's like 5 years old. Thanks.
I only had like 4 videos from SHOT Show, but I like it because it was nice. It was a time to get away. I took my wife. We went sightseeing. We spent a couple of days in Vegas. Although I'm sure I wouldn't go now because I'm not flying with a mask on. I would probably get in a fight and get banned from the goddamn. I get on a no-fly list. And who wants to walk around the sideshow with a freaking mask? So until they figure out all that shit.
I think it's cool that people go. I think it's cool that people cover all this stuff, but the 20 videos a day from people is just ridiculous. I can't stand that.
Let me ask you a question. So I got this mask, right, that says this mask is as useless as our governor. So obviously that's what I'm going to wear when I go vote on Tuesday. But I also have a traffic code next month. You think it's going to be okay if I go to traffic code wearing that mask?
No, because they'll make you look like you're anti-government, and the judge might fucking make it harder for you. Just saying.
Why?
Fuck it, wear it anyway.
All right,
Yeah,
well, wear it.
You gotta wear it. You gotta wear it. Wear what you want to wear.
I say wear what you want to wear.
It would be nice if they let me wear that and a head camera so I can put it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Hey, Red October's right. Gas up tomorrow before the election.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not bad advice. Keeping your fuel tank topped off right now is a good thing.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
Because, once the what do you call it? Once all the votes are tallied up and we finally have the actual results, I got a feeling that there's gonna be mass fucking looting and stupid shit going on if Trump wins. I just already know it.
Regardless of who wins, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, if he wins, if he loses, they're already expecting it to happen. The craziness is it's going to be literally just an excuse to do it. And at this point, I think that's what a lot of these organizations are doing. They'll use any excuse they can to riot and pillage.
Yep. Yeah, early voting's been going on out this way too, and I've been seeing a lot of lines and hearing about a lot of lines. It's people are out there, man. There's been a lot more voting early than any other year that I've seen or heard of. So it's people are definitely out there.
Well,
Yeah,
it seems to me like every go ahead, Jake.
I was just going to say I voted this past last Tuesday, and I was in there about 10:15 in the morning, and there was already 470 something people voted before me. So that's pretty good for Rome, Georgia, a little bitty town of there's 90,000 people, 100,000 people in the whole county. So
Yep. And New York Half-Ass Prepper's got a good point. If you haven't already stocked up on some food and that, make sure you go do just in case. So, Val, you want to talk about the fundraiser and where you're at?
Yeah, we didn't move a whole lot since the last 2 weeks. We're still stuck at about $6,000. Monica's not doing too good. Actually, my wife went to pick her mom up from hospital. She's still in the hospital. My wife spent a couple of days at her place because she needed help, and she wound up collapsing. So they just drove to the hospital. I guess she's real low on body fluid. She's not retaining a whole lot. So she can use a couple of years right now just to get her back on her feet so she can actually continue the chemo. But I broke down. I posted the links to a couple of Facebook groups, so I'm hoping that'll help it. So you guys just keep sharing the link. The more exposure we get, the better.
Yep, absolutely. There's links in the side chat, guys. If you can, jump over and help out. Every little bit helps. And you have an opportunity to win a badass 1911.
Yeah, plus you can win a bunch of other stuff.
Keith Gregory, I said that when we first came on. My sister is there. I didn't go because they're not letting anybody park close to the airport. You got to park at like the mall, and then they're busing you out there. And, so I won't go through all that. And we're still having, from the storm that came through, we've still got a lot of roads closed with trees down.
Yeah, how did that hurricane affect you guys? Did you guys get a lot of rain out of it, or any flooding?
You know, where we live, we're over 600 miles from the Atlantic coast and about 800 miles from the Gulf Coast. That came up through the Gulf Coast, and by the time it got here, which didn't take long, it moved at 25 miles per hour. It was the worst storm inland that I've ever seen in my life. And my son was in his bed asleep, and then all of a sudden he remembered that he left some chicken wings in his smoker. He's got an electric smoker. So he got up, went to the bathroom, went to check on his wings, and while he was checking on the wings, a tree fell across his roof and through his bedroom and onto the bed where he just had got.
Wow,
And
that's
guys,
crazy.
what I'm telling you is, I don't want to get all preachy or anything, but I'm telling you, I know there's a God, and I know God is real, and I know that that's what got my son. So the good Lord above is what got him out of that bed.
Oh my God! Was he the only one in the house, or is there anybody else?
He lived by himself.
The thing that gets me is that he talked him into doing it over chicken wings.
Well,
Chicken wings will make a man do all kinds of things, but
yeah. But the Lord will use whatever He needs to get what He wants done. And sometimes you'll be blessed that He'll use you to do something. So
yeah, no, that's an amazing story, man. I'm glad he's okay. You know. And,
I will have to say that going.
I want to know how we get the Lord to tell the AT off to go fuck themselves.
That's not the way it works, bud.
hey, man, he's screaming COVID-19. Is that not loud enough for him to hear? Leave people alone.
The tree on the houses, they always surprises me because I did a job a couple of years ago for this old lady, and I'm talking big ass tree, like 36 inch in diameter, fell on, broke the roof, broke the gable, but it didn't cut through the wall. It stopped. And then we had about 2 years ago, a couple times over, same thing, big storm, and a big tree fell on the house, and it literally almost sliced it in half, and I think it killed a couple or so, or something like that. So I guess it all depends, like how far away from the house the tree is, because it's the momentum that gets you.
Yes, it is. Hey, one thing I can tell you for sure, having grown up in Georgia, you need to deer hunt right after those type of hurricanes come through. Absolutely need to go deer hunting because the deer have been curled up for several days during that kind of crap, and they don't get out much. And I've seen more deer after a hurricane came through. In fact, my very first deer I got was after Hurricane Opal came through, and I believe it was 1994. And it was on a special preseason youth hunt. So it cleared all the leaves off the trees early that fall, right? Because it was just 60, 70 mile an hour winds, ripped a part of the roof off our shed in Jonesboro, Georgia. And man, I'm telling you, that very first deer I got was because of Hurricane Opal like that. Nice, healthy doe. So
Yeah, Saturday I was scheduled to go, but I couldn't because I had trouble with my truck. Plus, my son's moving in the house with me. But as we were running around town, man, I saw deer running everywhere. They're really starting to move. And
Yeah, in fall of 1994, I just landed here from freaking Slovakia, so I had bigger problems than deer.
yeah.
So what are you working on loading right now?
9mm, that's pretty much exclusively what I load. Galant bullets, 147 grain, tight group powder, 3.2 grains. Just stocking up. I figure I loaded 21,000 rounds. I still got probably 18,000. So I'm gonna load it up through the winter. And
You
also-
said 3.2 on a tight group? That's not that much grain.
yeah,
Heavy
3.2.
bullet though.
Huh?
You probably get away with 3 grains. You gotta
Well, I
remember
never
the
used it, but-
you gotta remember the heavier the bullet, the less powder you put behind it.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Tight group is like C3, man. That stuff is explosive, dude. It don't take much of that to create a lot of power.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Another thing about
you also gotta be
Another-
careful because it's easy to double charge.
Okay.
Another thing about that stuff too is it's not like Val was saying that you can double charge real easy. It's not sensitive as to an empty case. When the first spark hits, it's all going up. Boom! It's
Yeah.
very fast and very combustive.
Yeah. Okay. So what are you using? You said you're using Blue Bullet 147?
Galan bullets,
Oh,
not blue. These are high coated. Blue makes your fingers blue. Didn't
yes.
like that.
So they're more blue. Make you like you're putting on Smurfs in a freaking press.
Yeah, these are more gooder.
They're more gooder? Okay. That is too good, man. So yeah, I've been reloading a lot more lately. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's because I got a ZZ. I've been shooting the shit out of that fucking thing, man. It's so fun. I'm like,
So, are you ready to buy a Shadow 2 yet?
no, I can't afford a Shadow 2, bro. Just there's no way. You know what? I'll buy an SPO1 and eventually put all the parts for that bitch because I'm like, I can't afford that shit. But it is no Shadow 2. It sounds like it's a phenomenal gun. Phenomenal.
It is, man. You need one in your life. You do.
Yeah. Well, not right now. I can't. But you know, maybe.
Or you get yourself a Grand Power and
Grand
save some money.
Power. Yeah, Grand Power is the best, man.
Well,
So
nothing for
fun.
nothing. When I asked JJ Rakaz about Grand Power, he goes, "Yeah, I have one. I have Excalibur." So that says it all.
No, they do a lot of shadows, Bearded CV. They do. Actually, they do. It's kind of weird. I didn't think a shadow would be, but actually they do. I was like, wow, that's cool.
So Bearded CB said you can't have one in California.
Well, you can. It's just that they charge you twice as much as what it should be.
Yeah,
They're like $1,900 out in Cali.
yeah, they're like 18.
Yeah.
The one that I saw, I'm like, I'm not paying that money. That's stupid. You know, not when I can get a SPO1 for 600. Just saying, makes more sense.
It's
But
all
yeah,
right.
no, man,
Buy more of the budget ones, and then when you save some money up, you'll get your Shadow.
Yeah, all right. That's eventually. But you know, I'm gonna tell you something, man. There's something about that 75B that just I love that damn gun. It just I like the classic guns, man. You know, like the ones that have been around for ages, but you know, you wonder how they have withstood with all these polymer wonders and everything going on. It's
Yep.
like the same thing with revolvers, you know. It's like revolvers have stood the test, you know.
Can't go wrong, man.
Yeah, they're all beautiful, man. You know.
I like my CZ75 BD.
Yeah,
That's a good shooting gun.
yeah, that is, man. How often do
Yes.
you shoot it?
Not as much as I want to.
What do you mostly shoot, JH? Since I know you shoot a lot of rifle, but I mean, do you ever shoot pistol, revolver as much, or you just stick mostly to rifle?
I shoot revolvers more than anything.
Revolvers, 44, 45?
No, 357, 38 special.
Okay, got it.
There you have it. 300 rounds.
Yeah, that's nice, bro. Good job. What do you? Is that for your SIG? Is that what you're shooting that for?
Yeah, I show you out everything.
Oh, okay.
Listen to the sound. Isn't that the most beautiful sound?
That's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
I hope you crimped them right.
No worries, they'll work just fine.
And if I can expand on that just for a second, one of the reasons I like shooting revolver is because I'm a reloader and I'm old, so I don't have to bend down to pick up brass when I shoot my revolver.
Good point. Absolutely, sir. Good job.
So I just shoot 6, dump it in the range bag, load up
Yeah.
6 more.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, which means that I need to get myself a 10mm revolver because this Rock Island 10mm, it's so hard to save brass with that thing.
Does it sling them?
It slings them probably 30, 40 feet. It slings them good.
Well, at least it works. You're the only one person I know with a Rock Island 10mm that actually works. They're normally junk guns. So, hey,
Well, doesn't Ruger make 10mm revolver?
Yes.
Ruger.
Yeah, they all come out with a few of them now.
mm-hmm.
And, I don't want to be messing with moon clips, but I would. I certainly would.
yeah, man. It just seems to me. So I didn't know that they're that attractive for a 10mm. Kind of chucks them around. Hi, sweetheart. How are you? She gave me that look like, who the hell are you?
She's like, who's that, Creepy Joe?
Who's that creepy guy? Hello, sweetheart. How are you? You're getting so big. Every time I see you, you look bigger.
Hey, moon clips are easy. They fun. That's all you need. One of these.
You're muted. You're muted.
Can you hear me?
Oh,
You're good, Bob.
Moon clips are fun. All you need is a little tool like this. You take the piece of pipe, you notch it, and there's your moon clip tool. That's how you take them off.
Ah,
That's it. Simple.
cool, man.
And it's even better because at the match, everybody's careful not to step on your moon clips.
Okay.
So you get all your brass back. And if you get enough moon clips, you can load them up so you don't have to reload the entire match. They're a lot cheaper than magazines.
Yep.
Mm.
They're
There's
more
a few different 10mm revolvers out there, though, man. You could go there's Ruger makes a couple. There's a few different ones out there.
Smith & Wesson makes one. Birdie makes one now. A little single action. Chook just did a video on that.
Yep.
So I hadn't played with it yet, but it seems like it's a pretty cool gun.
I think if I go 10mm, I would stick with Ruger. They make stuff massive, and it just lasts forever. Smith,
Yeah.
They usually have their issues.
Well, that being said, I had I don't know if you saw my 10mm versus 357 Magnum video. That one blew up pretty nice, but the 10mm blew the 357 Magnum away. And my 357 Magnum, and this is like the 4th video it did this in, it was not getting. Of course, I do factory ammunition for the reviews. It was not getting somewhere between 160 feet per second to 250 feet per second, less than what the ammunition box said. And I had a 6-inch barrel in a 357 Magnum, right, in a GP100. And so I called Ruger up, and the guy was cool. I ended up talking to the chief of revolver repairs there just by chance, right? Told him what I was doing, told him, hey, here's some links and stuff like that, and emailed him the serial number. Several weeks later, we got everything shipped off and sent back to Ruger. And my Ruger had been shot out. It was made in 2009 and had been shot out. It still worked and functioned, but the cylinder gap was way too big. The barrel was shot out where the rifling was worn down. It was just, completely worn out, and it was getting. That's why the cylinder gap and the gas seals and everything. The forcing cone. I'm not a revolver guy, so you guys can probably tell me more about it. So anyway, Ruger replaced everything for me for free, and did it up in the Ruger Wrangler Bronze for free for me. They just said we want to see it on the channel, so I've got some film footage coming of that. But I have a GP100 in the Ruger Wrangler Blondes, and I told him it looks so good they need to release it as a special edition next year. So
That's awesome.
yeah,
That's
Look
freaking
at you,
awesome.
Mr.
scratch it. I scratch it the first time I can take it out. Ugh.
Yeah, but don't you get less velocity out of revolver than the semi-automatic because of the forcing cone? You're losing the pressure over there.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If you have two guns that are same barrel length, and you're going to get more velocity out of a semi-auto than you are out of a revolver.
Yeah,
Generally,
that's what I'm saying. Because when you look at the box, it's gonna say whatever the velocity. Most likely, it's out of the semi-automatic.
no, I think like Underwood. Like I've contacted them before. I know they test all their 10 millimeter in a Colt Delta Elite, and then they tested it in the Model 40 of Scotsman's favorite gun company, and but they put a 6.5 inch KKM barrel in there or a Lone Wolf barrel in there or 6 inch instead of the Glock factory barrel because it has better lockup. I mean, it does, and better chamber support. And so I know that Underwood tests them like that. And so in their revolver ammo, I think they use a 6 inch GP100 if I'm not mistaken, or a 6 inch Smith. Smith usually has a little bit tighter tolerances on the forcing cone though than Ruger too. So as far as I'm concerned, I know a lot of people in the comment section of that video were telling me out of my 4 inch Smith, I got more than you did with the same ammo. And I took it out and it was getting consistently over the box velocity once the repairs have been done.
Mm. Nice, man. That should be a good one.
Yeah, it's coming out Wednesday if I can get the time to edit it.
I don't have the time to do anything because when it's not raining, I'm working. The guys I hired, they're good guys, but they're not framers, so I can't just tell them do this and leave. I have to be there.
Mm.
Time's running out. Gotta get those houses before the snow comes.
Yep.
It's already on its way.
Yeah, well, we'll shovel it away and keep working. I got one house under the roof. The windows are in. The second one, hopefully, I'll have the roof on by the end of the week. And there we go on the third one. So hopefully by the end of November, they will be all up. And then we'll be working inside. Just ordered a bunch of plumbing stuff off the internet. It's amazing. You can get everything on the internet.
Does anyone else think that he looks like a Wookiee?
He does look. He does resemble a lot of the Ewoks from the Star Wars.
Yeah, there you go.
It's just that was my first notion.
No, his face is
Ewok,
like
Wookiee. He's got that going on. He's definitely getting the grizzly.
yeah. His face isn't as cute as the Ewok though. Sorry.
Well, and Ewoks don't have this big of a forehead either.
No, if he's not going then I might, consider.
That is a pretty big forehead. I mean, look at that.
That is, man.
Yeah.
Like seriously, things. It's quite. Yeah, man. Dude, tell you, man, you'll make bank in the fucking mall, bro. I'm telling you.
He looks like a friend of mine from Cartersville.
Yeah.
Okay, Chuck, I got a question, and this has always puzzled me. I've always felt like revolvers were more accurate than semi-automatics, and I know the argument about the forcing cone losing some horsepower there, but I've always thought that with the bolt coming back, I guess it depends on if the bolt starts moving back in a semi-auto before the bullet leaves the muzzle. If that bolt stays there until that bullet leaves the muzzle, then you're going to get all of your powder burn and all the full effect.
Jamie, for one, you don't really have a bolt in the semi-auto. other than there's a deal. And for two, that's what the lockup is. The lockup is gives it the delay for basically slide doesn't move back until bullet leaves the barrel.
Yeah. So the lockup is designed, and that's why people replace 10 millimeter Glock barrels, because the lockup is a little bit light in 10 millimeter Glocks, and they will actually. That's why they had some issues with them blowing up at first with bad ammo. It was with bad ammo, but that's why they had issues. So just so you know, that's why people replace it. I get way better velocity with a KKM barrel out of my Glock 40 than I do the Glock standard barrel, because the KKM barrel has a tighter lockup. And I've done say Glock enough times. Crazy Scotsman is pissed off already.
I'm not pissed off. You're good. You're good. I'm just sitting here thinking it's funny that you're finally admitting that Glock has problems.
Not only does it have problems, but that you have to upgrade it for it to function properly.
No, that's not
Right?
true. But
You just said so. You just said so.
no,
Wasn't like the Colt Delta Elite, wasn't that like one of the first ones that did the 10 millimeter? Am I wrong?
one of the first, yeah. It's like
Yeah.
the second or third gun in 10 millimeter, but yeah.
Okay. Now, I mean, 10 millimeter it's a pretty expensive round to purchase, correct?
Right
Yeah.
now they're all expensive.
Yeah. I bought a bunch of Underwood the other day. I spent $300 in a local store for about 10 boxes or so of Underwood 20-round boxes. And that's just so I could have a whole bunch of ammo to stock, because our 10 millimeter Glocks are our go-to crap hits the fan weapon, and I wanted to make sure we had the go-to crap hits the fan ammo, because if we're bugging out, which I'm going to do on a 4-wheeler, but if we're bugging out, I'm definitely want to have the bear ammo and the Glock. So I had bought 3 boxes of 140 grain extreme penetrator and 7 boxes of 200 grain hard cast. And yeah, it was pretty expensive, but the extreme penetrator I found on a great deal. It's $37.99 a box, and that was a lot better than I usually pay, like $49.99 a box for that crap. And then the hard cast was $24.99 a box. Right? I mean, to be honest with you, $24.99 a box for 20-round premium ammo. That's what you're going to spend 9 millimeter. You're going to spend that on 9 millimeter for 20-round premium ammo most of the time.
What was the grain on that bullet again?
200 on the see, 10 millimeters got a wide range. They make everything from 100 grain to 220. I think there's even a 230 grain.
220? Damn.
Yeah. So there's I think Double Tap even has a 230 grain now, though I wouldn't trust Double Tap ammo. So like I would say the 100 grain is in the really lightweight stuff. There's a 60 grain in that. I did a video on it. That Liberty Defense 60 grain out of my 6.5 inch KKM barrel, I was getting almost 2,700 feet per second, I think.
So that thing was flying then, huh?
Yeah, so that's the same as like a 10 inch 5.56 with a 60 grain bullet.
I should try that against that bulletproof sheetrock.
Yeah, that would be an interesting video. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't penetrate because the bullet just the hollow point just shatters, and you're left with this little disc-like thing that's the size of a watch battery, small watch battery, and that's it. So I don't think it would penetrate it, but it'd be a fun video to see. I'll watch it and share it for you. So
yeah, I gotta get more ammo, more pistol ammo for some. I got a feeling I'm gonna go buy another 5.7.
Yeah. You should try the Extreme Defender in 10 millimeter against that stuff, because that stuff out of a barrel is hitting 1,700, 1,750.
See, the thing is, when you say extreme penetrator, different things come into my mind.
Well, I was talking about the Extreme Defender. You need to get the Extreme Defender.
Yeah, see, man, you nasty ass. Jesus, man. I swear.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
I know, dude. Seriously, man.
I mean, pretty soon you're going to be in the gutter with Jan is gay.
Well, I was just thinking that the only thing he was picturing was Go to Boy, but
he's not that good looking.
Hey, I got a question for you guys. I noticed that a lot of people don't talk about the that what is that thing called? The FN, the Browning high power. Notice a lot of people don't talk about that pistol anymore. Is it just in your point of view? Do you think that's an outdated gun, or why
Oh
is that?
no, the high power is a classic, man. You can't go wrong.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I love that gun. I was like, I mean, I was just wanted to get you guys' take on the high power because I noticed that I don't know since FN makes it now, it just seems to me like it probably doesn't get like the
You
kind of
definitely want to find you an older one. The older ones are where it's at.
Yeah,
yeah.
Belgium made if possible.
Well, high
I'm
power
sorry?
is not made just by FN. It's made by a bunch of manufacturers now. So, I mean, it was
Yeah.
good
The
enough
older,
for
the older
Israeli
ones
police.
perform a lot better.
Yeah, you find the old ones, the surplus ones, the police trade-ins. The guy over at the Moles and Crate, he has them all the time. I was gonna actually pick one up. I was gonna get one like an old beat up one and just send it, have it Cerakoted and refinish or something like that. I mean, they're good project guns.
Right.
What I really want is HKP7, but I can't find one for under freaking $2,000.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna have to kill somebody for that shit, bro. Because they didn't make that many, and the ones that people have, they're not giving them up.
Bye, Mark. Don't work too hard, bud.
I found a couple on the arms list, but the guy's not getting back to me.
Yeah.
I really want one of those.
All right, so this is my understanding. Browning high power is basically the 9mm variation of the 1911. It's very 1911-esque. It's not exact copy, but it's a very well made gun because it was designed by John Browning and manufactured by FM in Belgium originally. So if you can find those Belgium made guns, then the CZ75, if I'm not mistaken, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, was kind of a merger between the 1911 and the high power. And
not necessarily, because CZ75 was different design. They borrowed heavily from Browning high power. But the saying is that 1911 is unfinished gun, and that's why the John Browning made the high power.
Say that again.
The saying is that 1911 is unfinished design, and that's the reason why John Browning made high power.
Well, he designed the 1911 too. So
but if correct me if I'm wrong, but they were telling me that the high power was created by John Browning, but it was more towards his later years. I guess he was getting close to passing away when this whole thing happened, and it became a collaboration gun.
Yeah, he didn't really finish the design, from what I understand.
Yeah.
But either way, you can't go wrong with 1911 or high power or CZ. Either three of them, you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
So we're really enjoying our Polymer Wonder Beretta APXs. Me and my wife both love them.
Good, man. It's an excellent firearm.
It's an excellent firearm, especially since before the COVID crap, they had dropped them to like $329 just about everywhere you can find them.
You can still find them. You can still find them for that price. They're a great gun.
Yeah, I'm looking for the 40 Smith & Wesson. If you find one, let me send me a text or something.
Let me see if they got it.
Yeah, I'm looking for the 40 Smith & Wesson. I kicked myself though because I saw it on for $329 in Palmetto State, so I ordered it, and then I got to Cabela's like 2 days later after I ordered it, and it was on the shelf for $329. I was like, well, there's no way we'll be the same price as Palmetto State. I'll save $100 here, and so I ended up paying $30, $40 more between shipping and transfer fees. So, yeah, whatever. So, but then I bought my wife's. I bought her the Centurion. She loves the Centurion. When we tried out and picked up all the guns and the grips, she liked the 43X and she liked the Beretta Centurion. So I got her both. So
nice.
Good husband. Did you see that new SICK with a aluminum frame, the new 320, RT APX, whatever the hell it's called? I mean, that thing
Yeah,
looks
I have.
cool. I wonder if I can just buy the frame.
I think
Well,
they'll
and that's what a lot of people are wondering. A lot of people are wondering if they're going to be able to, when they're going to release just the frames. And I'd be curious as well. I'm probably not going to move away from the mag that I've got in this one, but if they're going to put a 21 or 24 round mag in, I'll be all for it.
I think the reason why the civilian market has not gotten any of those is that those 320s were actually the one who has the precedence right now is the Army, because the Army wants the whole point of this is so that they can go from a compact 9mm to a full size, and I think the Army order a bunch of those frames, and until that is completed, the civilian market most likely will not see those.
So the Army is getting the frames first.
Correct.
So
because right now, when they
metal frames.
no, right, because they originally when the first batch that they got was all full size handguns. So the Army did ask for the compact version frames as well. And at that time, SIG told them that they would not be able to get those for them, that they would have to generate, because I guess they were looking for parts or coming from Germany or something like that. And that was one of the reasons why it's been held back for so long. And with all this COVID crap, nothing's being transported or whatever the case may be. Because technically, the Army should have had those things like 6 months ago. And the Army has not gotten any of that stuff yet. So I know that once they fulfill the order for the Department of Defense, then they're gonna start releasing that stuff for the civilian market. So.
Yeah, if they start putting out the aluminum frames to the public, they're gonna fly off the shelves. They could probably charge as much as they do for just a regular P320, just for the frame, and people will buy it. We've already seen a few aftermarket companies that have put in for it, and 320 being the world's deadliest pistol,
it's not. It's not. I'm still honestly I'm not happy with the Army going with the SIG. I just think that I think there should have been more companies that should have gotten into that whole deal. But
well, it all comes down to money. It always does. They get
Yep.
the best.
but
dealers
SIG was
to
the
go
most
with.
expensive one out of the three that did the trials. SIG was the most expensive one, so I really don't think it was a matter of cost. It was just a matter of quality. I mean,
well, it's one of the only ones that fit all the check marks. I mean, all the Glock fans were like, how did they choose?
No, I don't agree with.
They didn't choose the Glock because the Glock wasn't modular.
I don't think the Glock is the
It
right.
didn't check the box. That's what they were looking for, is a modular design so that it was easier and faster to work on. It's cheaper to work on. They can have a whole crap ton of these frames laying around and just go, oh, you busted the frame? All right, let me have your fire control unit. Dink, dink, dink. Here you go. There's your new one.
Yeah, absolutely. The SIG knocked
And
it
the,
out of the
and
park.
the Glock was not
Control unit.
modular.
Yep.
No, I'm not. I didn't want Glock either. I mean, honestly, I just didn't want Glock. I just didn't think that would be a good. I mean, it's a good gun for like close quarter battles, but I mean, I don't think. And I know I'm going to hear from a lot of the Glock fanboys, but I don't think at longer distances it's not that freaking accurate.
Well, it doesn't matter. In the Army, you got rifles for longer distances. A
Yeah.
pistol is backup.
Yeah.
The idea was that with the different size frames and whatnot, they could customize to different guns. little beginner like you's got a lot smaller hands than me, so you can go with a different frame, and fits you better and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I'm retired. I don't give a shit. I'm not part of that no more. I mean, I have to deal with
if you're going for your pistol, shit has gone really sideways.
Well,
And,
you're surprised. I used my pistol quite a bit in Iraq, bro. It was fucking no joke. And believe me, you'd be surprised how fast fucking 9 magazines of fucking ammo will go through in a firefight. You go through that shit really quick. You really will. And this is shooting semi, not shooting fucking burst. You know what I'm saying? So,
I believe you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But one thing I did like about the M9 is actually a pretty accurate gun at long distances. You know, it really
Yes,
is. Much better. It's more accurate than what I would say the 320. Because actually, I shot it like a month ago. All the guys went over there like, "Oh my god, let's go to the range and shoot it." I'm like, "All right, fuckers, I'm gonna go shoot it." I mean, it was all right. I liked it, but it I don't know.
The M9 is a very accurate pistol. Very accurate.
I mean, yeah, the M9 for as many flaws that it had, it was pretty accurate.
See, a lot of times the flaws that people were talking about is because they were issued an old beat up one. They weren't issued a brand spanking
No, it
new
wasn't.
one.
Yeah, and the problem that we had is that the problem that we had with Beretta is that they had a shitty part system. So all their parts, majority of them came from Italy, right? So by the time you're talking about the Department of Defense, where you have pistols all over the damn world, ships and fucking everywhere, right? And it was really hard for Beretta to keep parts in place, and that was one of the main issues. I think that's the reason why the Army just decided they didn't want nothing to do with Beretta, for as much as they had asked them that they will do well with the M9A3. I don't think it's I think that was a major flaw by Beretta, and that was because they took. I mean, seriously, they had a contract for 20 years or something like that. And sometimes when you got money coming to you all the damn time, no matter what you produce, And I think that's what ended up happening with Beretta. But I mean, it is a great pistol. I have one. I wish I had M9, but it is what it is. But
Bearded Stevie says the M9 feels like a Coke can in your hand.
If you got small hands, it does, but I like that M9A3. That M9A3 feels great.
Yeah,
the M9A3 is a good pistol.
It is. It's a great pistol. I think the biggest problem that they had was the parts that I was talking about. Sorry, Scott.
No, you're good, man. The M9A3's got a different grip on there, a little bit thinner grip, but you can also add the thicker grip on there if you want to. So you got options with it.
Yeah. So what's everybody's latest gun? I'll tell you mine. My latest is a Tikka T3 in 270 Winchester with the Woodstock. I think they call it the Timber or the Hunter model. I forgot what they call it. It is sweet. And that's the upgrade Caribou rifle from 6.5 Creedmoor to 270. So
nice.
I would say what my latest is, but it's one that I don't plan on revealing on YouTube. And the way the ATF is going, it might end up having to falling off a boat anyway.
Oh, my AR pistol the other day, I lost it off the back of the four-wheeler and it got snowed over on the side of the mountain. I could not find it. It was awful. I went over a bump and my sling was loose and it went boom, flying. And I could not find my AR pistol. It was so bad.
Tragedy.
Well, I have a
multi-caliber
just waiting on a blessing from a freaking judge and a pistol permit bureau, so I can go pick it up. So I won't reveal what it is, but it's a fun shooter.
My latest would just be a couple lowers that I picked up. I haven't put anything together yet. Still deciding calibers. But I think I'm gonna do a long range at target competition style one for the 223.
Nice. I want to see a AR-15 and a 25-45 Sharps. I know it's not going to be popular or anything, but that seemed like it'd be a really nice round. I think that would be a really cool round. 3,000 feet per second with what was an 80 grain bullet or something like that. Be a nice intermediate round for the AR-15 platform. I know it's not popular. I know it came out for a little while and then everybody said no, but it seems like it'd be cool. Probably be a barrel burner though.
Yeah, man. My last pistol I picked up was the PO9. It was probably 6-7 months ago.
I don't think I've been on the chat since I picked up my CZ. But my CZ is for Barrett and it's the 457, and that's probably the best bolt action 22 made.
Nice.
The Tika T1's close though. So
Yeah. My latest is the pistol, the CZ, the compact PCR. Really love that gun. I have a tendency of buying a lot of guns for concealed carry. And, believe it or not, I do have that. So it is. I usually go that route first, but lately I've been getting myself more into full size guns. Every time I look at them, they intrigue me even more. So, yeah.
I also got my Barrett. So
There you go. Nice. 28-2. Yeah. There you go.
I almost bought one of those last week, and I sent Scotsman pictures of it.
Yeah, the price was way too high on that one.
It was black. It wasn't that Smith & Wesson blue.
Yep.
It was black. But like somebody got some birchwood Casey to it.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I wanna build this. I wanna take one of my X5 Legions and put a compact upper with a compensator on it. I saw a guy have one of those at the Rhode Island at the steel match, and it just looked like fun. I'm like, I gotta try to make one of those. So now I'm contemplating whether to buy the slide or just buy the compact X carry or something like that. See, the thing is, if I can just go to the store and buy it, then I'll just buy it. But now I gotta wait, put it in my permit, takes 2 weeks, blah blah blah. Worry about the wife finding out. This way, I can just buy slide, have it shipped to my house. Hey, there, cutie. We should have a start of a show.
You're on TV, baby. You're famous. Whoa. I was trying to think what my latest acquisition is. I guess it's the 350 Legend I built with help from Scotsman up there.
how do you like that caliber? You think it's good enough for like bears?
No, I would use my 30-06 for bear hunting in Georgia anyway.
Yeah, the 350 is a nice round though. It's a thumper.
Yeah, it's a lot stronger than I anticipated. I do a lot of 35 Remington stuff. If you've seen any of my videos, I did 10 loading videos just on Casslet bullets and with 35 Remington, and that 350 Legend is very close to 35 Remington knockdown power and speed. And it's in an AR platform. So, yeah, I'm liking it.
I got a question. What are some of the parts that wear out of revolver?
All kinds.
Apparently,
Man.
the barrel.
Your most common one going to be like the stop hand, timing on it, the spring. That's going to be your most common.
I would say that the part that locks up the cylinder and the part that feeds the cylinder, that turns it, that indexes it.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, your hand and your lock stop.
So when you replace that part, do you need is that something you can do yourself where you can time the cylinder to the barrel, or is that something you need to
You
cut?
can do it yourself, but unless you're experienced with it, I wouldn't mess with it. There's a lot more internalized with a revolver than most people think there is.
I'm sure there is.
And unless you really know what you're doing with it, it's doable, but
You see,
what it'll cost you at a gunsmith to get it done right, it ain't gonna cost that much. Replacing the stop hand, replacing springs and stuff like that, it's not that expensive to do.
it's not, and it'll take a smith very little time. But those parts come all in one size. As you can imagine, they're stamped out and mass produced. All that. The trick is they have to be hand fitted to that action of that revolver. And that's what makes Smith & Wesson, particularly the old ones, such a fine and elegant piece of machinery.
Yep. I couldn't put it better myself. Fine and elegant piece of machinery.
Yeah, well, the
Yeah,
new one
beauty.
suck.
Yeah, I don't think that I would invest my money in anything past like a -6.
Yeah, you're getting up there for me. I wouldn't even go that far.
Well, we've talked about where we stop. When they stop having the pinned barrels, the recessed cylinders, and the hammers mounted on the firing pin mounted on the hammers, that's new.
That's a no-go for me once they stop that.
Anybody got any Dan Wesson revolvers?
No, not yet. I had an opportunity 3 or 4 years back to pick up a set, but the price was too high for what it was. It was a 3-barrel set, and
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I kind of like that idea.
yeah, no, they're nice. It was just the price they had on it was just too much for what it was.
Yeah, I had an opportunity to pick up a Dan Wesson Bruin 10mm 1911 the other day, and I decided to buy a 4-wheeler instead. So
Well, isn't 4-wheeler like necessity in Alaska?
pretty much, yeah. I've been hunting without a 4-wheeler, and let me tell you, it's going to be a lot better with a 4-wheeler. So
Yeah.
Andy has a Dan Wesson from 1978.
Holy shit! Almost as old as me.
yeah, older than me.
Well, my 586 is from 1988.
Yeah,
That must have been a really good year for me because I just don't remember it.
Well, you can't really handle your booze, so we all know that.
Yeah, you get drunk and change your YouTube name.
I think the oldest Smith I got, the latest year I got, so 1982. I think is the latest one I have.
I don't know about
Most of mine are from the 60s and they're in the mid 70s.
my old 367 is -2, so, and I picked up
Part
like
of
300
my
bucks.
problem of buying older weapons is, one, I'm just into a lot of the modern stuff. Two, I don't really know exactly what to look for in older weapons. And with revolvers, okay, there's a certain amount of things that I know I need to look for. I need to see if the cylinder lockup is good, if the cone is good, whatever. But in a lot of the older weapons, I just don't know what to look for. And so it comes to like some of the mil spec stuff, whatnot. Guys start talking about that, and my eyes glaze over. It's like what my eyes looked like a year ago talking about reloading. I just had no clue.
Yeah, and there's a lot, especially with milsurp stuff. There's a lot to know. One of the guys that worked for me in Georgia, he knows way more than I'll ever know when it comes to milsurp. If I ever have a question on milsurp stuff, I'll call him, and he'll just rattle it off. But when you're looking at all the weapons and stuff, bluing, look for the bluing, make sure it's not been refinished. All that kind of thing is what you're going to be looking at. Heck, I think I did one a couple of years back on the channel about what to look for in a revolver. I can't remember. I think I did. I think it was a couple of years back I did one, but probably need to make a better one. It was probably a crappy one.
Yeah, first you look at the price.
Whenever I buy a used gun, I take a ballpoint pen like this, stick it down the barrel, fire the gun. If this thing doesn't hit the ceiling, it's not good.
Yeah,
That's a
that's a good way to test. Good test. Yep.
Because that firing pin spring or that firing pin ought to have enough pressure to send the pin flying. Where if you pointed at somebody, you could poke their eye out and knock a tooth out. It's bad.
Yep.
So, little trick I learned.
That's a good tip.
Yep. The Colt Trooper is a good one, Edward. I like the Trooper. They were a good one. The Python was nice too, but honestly, the bluing was better with Smith. The feel was better with Smith. The triggers are better. Sorry, just for me, it's always going to be Smith. Not saying I wouldn't buy a Colt, but the price would have to come way down because they're way too much for what they are.
Mm-hmm.
They got some big price tags on those things.
Yep.
My problem with the Colt is they didn't come with anything new. I mean, they make the 1911s, they make the revolvers. Now they're reintroducing the Cobra and Python and whatnot, but there's nothing new. They got the AR, and that's about it. It's like, come up with something new. Like that, one of the things I love about SIG, new shit has issues, quality control, blah blah blah, because not everything is made in house, but they got balls. They keep coming up with new stuff.
But the thing about it too is that Colts is kind of stuck in their own ways. They're like, well, if it says Colt, you're gonna buy it. They don't believe in being innovative.
Absolutely.
What is that, bud?
Got a 270 Winchester Barnes Tip TSX. It's gonna be our hunting round. You can't beat that for Alaska. All copper bullets are the best.
Pretty consistent ammo.
Yeah, I haven't had a problem with Barnes yet.
Okay.
I could get the velocities a little bit more consistent if I hand load, of course, but when I hand load. But my Barnes LRX and 7 mag took out a caribou last year at 459, one shot through the heart. So, and then my wife shot with 340. So this year we didn't see a damn thing though. So whatever.
No, I've argued that point for years. Asking about one of your videos, and I thought, man, 6.5 Creedmoor is a very great gun, very good cartridge for poking holes in paper at a long distance. The difference is at 1,000 yards, your 270 still has enough power to kill the animal you're shooting at, whereas the 6.5 may or may not.
I would argue that shot placement and bullet construction are more important than caliber. I do all these versus videos, this caliber versus this one. My top 5 videos this month are like 6.5 Creedmoor versus whatever caliber, right? But I would argue that bullet construction for the game animal you're going for and shot placement is way better than caliber. I had a guy who took a moose at 200 yards with a 6.5 Creedmoor. Okay. I knew a guy who took a grizzly bear at 50 yards with a 6.5 Creedmoor, and he used the ELDX, and that thing rips apart at close range like a VMAX, especially in tough stuff. Try shooting an ELDX through a pork shoulder and see if you can come out with anything besides fragments. Anyway, I know people have done it, but like shot placement and bullet construction, because like if you take a grizzly bear, for example, that thing is 1,200, 1,300 pounds for a big one, right? 800 pounds for like an average one. Let's call it 800 pounds. Well, if he's digging into the ground and gravity's pulling on him 800 pounds, his friction coefficient with the ground, if he's not moving, okay, is astronomical compared to yours, compared to humans, right? It's going to take a lot more than 800 pounds of energy to physically knock him over because of that, right? Now, if he's charging you, if he's coming at you, charging you at 20 miles an hour, 25 miles an hour, that 800-pound bear at 25 miles an hour is generating 16,700 foot-pounds of energy, I think, if I remember correctly. It's way over 16,000. You couldn't stop the physics of it with a 50 BMG, because that only produces 12,000 pounds of energy at the muzzle, right? So with the max round, I don't even think it's that much. I have to go back and look. But so you're never going to win the physics battle with things like a bear or a moose or an elephant or, even a big lion. You're never going to win the physics battle by getting a bigger gun. You need to have the correct shot placement with the correct bullet construction. And you can kill anything in Alaska with a 6.5 Creedmoor with that. Should you go with a bigger gun? Yes, because the energy helps. It helps. But it doesn't, it's not the end all be all, 90% of its shot placement, 9% of its bullet construction, and 1% of its energy. I mean, that's how things kill. So I would say that if you can shoot a 6.5 Creedmoor where you can hit a target this big at 1,000 yards, you can hunt any animal you want to with that 6.5 Creedmoor, so long as the bullet expands.
Yep.
Oh, let me say this for the record. The only time I want to be 50 yards away from a fucking grizzly is when I'm carrying a fucking RPG. Okay? There's nothing less in my possession would make me even feel comfortable, semi-prepared to take on the goddamn bear, a grizzly bear.
All right. So we got a good question out there. What's one gun you'd all want to buy but can't afford? So we'll start with you, Chuck.
One gun I want to buy but can't afford. Barrett M107. Okay. I want a 50 BMG for stopping the Russian tanks coming over.
All right. Val?
I want the AI multi-caliber.
Okay. Jamie?
I want a brand new Seiko, the wood stock.
All right. Balabine, you still there?
What was the question?
One gun that you want that you can't afford.
Well, there you go. Shadow 2.
The Shadow 2, yeah.
Alan?
That's for damn sure.
Just one? Okay, like one? All right. Full auto MP5.
Yeah.
There you go. For me, it's on the list. One day, the 44 Rotomag. Your average price on those is between $3,500 and $5,000. But one day.
Did you say 44 Auto Mag?
Yep.
Oh man, that's nice.
Yep.
Another Smith & Wesson, I might add. Full auto M14. Gorilla and Guns, believe it or not, I have shot one of those in full auto.
All right, we're getting to that time, so we'll start going through the room. Chuck, what you got coming up, man?
Well, I've got a How to Prevent Civil War II in America video, since those of you that did a VR to my 10,000 subscriber giveaway, which the Scotsman and Daniel got as my judge, I think did a really nice job on that. I've got that coming out. It's still uploading. I'm going to premiere it as soon as it's done uploading tonight. It's at 88% right now. So got that coming out. I got the Ruger video I was telling you about for that Ruger coming out Wednesday. And I'm doing a couple of political videos about different campaigns here in Alaska, hopefully coming out tomorrow. And I got hoodies for sale if anybody actually wants to buy a hoodie. And I'll donate the proceeds to your friend there, Bald. So if anybody wants to do that. Yep. So because it'd be nice to have them, but I don't, I bought most of I think I've sold 10 of them and I bought like 8 of them myself. So anyway, so if anybody buys that, it's going to be like $5 right now, but hopefully more people will get there. So,
where do you buy them?
You can find them on my channel, but they're the Alaskan flag with the big dipper, just like this T-shirt, and says all gun laws are infringements. But they're on my channel in my story. I've got a couple of videos on them, so I don't know. Maybe someone can put the link in the chat or something. But yeah. But yeah, I'll donate. Just remind me, send me a message, and I'll donate all that to your friend, because cancer sucks. Or
Appreciate it. Yeah, it does.
Yep,
So.
Absolutely. Good to have you, man. Glad you were able to make it. Val, what you got coming up, brother?
You know what? I had a camera out today while I was shooting, doing some training, so maybe I'll put some video together. And people were asking me about some construction videos, so maybe I'll do a little bit of that this coming week, just to show how we do things in New York. Other than that, I don't know, because I'm hoping this week's gonna be too busy at work, and I'm gonna get the stuff done. So I'll scrape something together just to keep the viewers happy.
Good deal, Jamie.
I've got 1,000 ideas and nothing ready to go, but y'all can check us out on the Georgia Shooting Connection channel Friday nights at 8 o'clock. Would love to have y'all come check us out.
Awesome. All good to have you. Battle Bean? Maybe. Yes. No. We'll go with no. All right, guys, with that being said, appreciate y'all showing up. We had an awesome chat tonight. Lots of good conversation, lots of good topics. And we got lots of good people out there in the side chat. So appreciate y'all showing up. With that being said, I will throw it over to Alan to take us out.
Oh, man, we have had a lot of awesome people out there tonight. Excellent panel tonight. The few of the staples, and really glad to see Chuck, Alaskan Ballistics. Glad to see everybody out in the side chat, man. It's been a couple of weeks, as you can tell, and I'm really glad that we were able to do this tonight. In typical fashion, my boss will be out again, and so I will be doing my boss's job along with mine all week. So I probably, in usual fashion, won't be making any videos. My channel is dead. I think I'm going to start a new one called Grizzly Adams. It's